Yes, sir. 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 Gene of Isis, chapter 4. Crazy. The word gene and Isis is those shits is Greek words, man. Greek words, man. I mean, it's not even Hebrew words. So how can it be gene of Isis? It's crazy. Uh, Gene of Isis 4:1. Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Now, I can't break that down into Hebrew because that is not really correct. I don't know if King James in them. I don't know who messed this verse up, but that's really supposed to say, even in the Hebrew it's off, that Eve said, with the help from God, I have begotten a child, because it is suggested that Cain is not Adam's son. Okay? And that's what Eve says. I believe that there is a Bible out there that just says the devil is Cain's father, straight up. But, you know, Genesis 4:1 was really supposed to say, with the help from Elohim, I've begotten a child. But I can't really go into that because it's the King James, even the King James Bible is not even capable of really breaking down the truth about Christianity. But the King James Bible is the best tool to do so. Besides that verse, besides the controversy and the true origin of Cain, it's on point with everything else. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Now, that scripture right there is very important. Okay, Abel was a keeper of the sheep, and Cain was a tiller of the ground. It just said in Genesis 2 that you didn't have to till the ground because there was water that would come down as a mist and water the fields, and fruit would just grow out of the ground without a man tilling the ground. And the water was coming from massive amounts of water that was under the earth. So for Cain to till the ground is a sign of greed. Okay? It's a sign of him not wanting to wait. It's a sign of him wanting to, pursue the situation as opposed to waiting for the blessings to come to him. That's a telltale sign that this is a real piece of shit with you. Okay? Verse 3, and in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. And I don't have to read that. Y'all know what that is. Abel bringing up his firstlings and Cain bringing up his bullshit. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, why are you mad? If you do well, your offering will be accepted, and if you don't do well, sin lies at your door. I'm just reading it so you can understand, because I don't want to read it and all that life and all of that stuff, because I want to read it so that you can understand. It's truth about Christianity, final understanding. Okay, if you do well, your offering will be accepted, and if you don't do well, sin lies at your door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and he shall rule over you. Basically, he's saying that if you don't do well, Abel is going to rule over you. You know what I'm saying? How did Abel rule over Cain in the first world? Hell no. Everybody died. You know what I'm saying? So there was no slavery, and if there was some sort of slavery going on between Cain and Abel in the first world, there's no scripture on it at all. And in my opinion, there was none. Okay, there was none. So how can Cain serve Abel when nothing like that happened in the first world? Because you got to remember, how do you put somebody in slavery that can live for 700, 800 years? Everybody was living for 1,000. You gonna put somebody in slavery? You gonna slave somebody for 1,000 years? Hell no. There was no slavery going on back then with all that high science and technology. Are you crazy? Yes, the first world was more technologically advanced than this one. What the fuck? Look at the pyramids of Giza. The pyramids of Giza was built after the flood, but it was built with pre-flood knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just look at the high science that they had. And there's more evidence to suggest that there was a pre-existing world before this one than there even is of Greece and Rome. Sunken pyramids, pyramids all over the world. Highly sophisticated monuments that are more advanced than even the buildings of today. Buildings built before the flood and shortly thereafter. Come on now, you know what it is. So Cain cannot serve Abel until Esau serves Jacob, because Esau is Cain and Abel is Jacob. Okay? And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against his brother and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel, your brother? And he said, I know not, and am I my brother's keeper? So this is a piece of shit. He's even lying to God. You know, I know not, am I my brother's keeper? You know, it's a piece of shit we're dealing with here. A real fucking piece of shit. Okay. And he said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood. When you till the ground, it shall not yield forth its strength. That's talking about all of Esau's empires, all of Esau's problems will have to do with some type of natural resource issue. Okay. And it's only fitting because Esau is materialistic, so of course materials is going to be his issue. A fugitive and a vagabond shall you be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is great than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from the face shall I be hid. So the Lord put a mark on him, he turned him into a white man. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that find me shall slay me. So Cain was scared of somebody. Who the hell was he scared of? If they were the only people on earth. I'm sure he wasn't scared of his wife, his sister wife. No, man. There were other people around. And he was scared that those people were going to kill him when they saw him. Because those people had the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They knew that to even look like that was a sin. So they probably tried to kill him on sight. Break down that he's going to be a fugitive and vagabond. Okay. Okay. Authentic picture of, hell with it, Empress Zoe, Byzantine Empress Zoe. This just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. You can tell that there's something wrong with the skin tone of this microphone. Everybody's here whitewashed, but Empress Zoe is obviously dark. Okay. Empress Zoe is dark. There's some black pictures. Empress Zoe, Empress Zoe. All right. Empress Zoe of the Byzantine Empire. It's the same pictures. You know, she's exceedingly darker, but here's a brown version of Empress Zoe. There it is. Okay. There's a brown Empress Zoe. Byzantine Empress of the Byzantine Empire, the real Holy Roman Empire. Black man ruled Europe for 1,000 years. This is not a joke. No one's playing with you. This is not a joke. Ain't nobody playing. Okay.